All right, so we're back. This is another egg of Hymenolepis diminuta, a tapeworm. And as I'm focusing up and down, you can see the embryo, the little oncosphere. Inside its oncospheric membrane, its outer and inner envelopes, and its shell on the outside. This one's being incubated in a mixture of saline and trypsin. That's a protein digesting enzyme. And I'm going to take the slide out and I'm going to tap the cover slip again to crack the shells. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, got a little water on the slide. Put the slide back on and try to find an egg. And there's a nice one. So right there is a cracked egg. You can see the shell is off, and surrounding it you've got the outer and inner envelopes. And you start timing at the last tap. And there we've got some movement. Hang on here. There, it's moving a little bit. There, activation. See that? There we go. The embryo is now activated. And we're going to time this and see how long it takes. See how long it takes for this thing to tear itself completely out of the embryophore, out of the membrane that surrounds it. And again, this one's in saline with added trypsin enzyme. And we'll go ahead and time that, and we'll check back and see how it's getting on.
Do you know about that, Dr. Wagner? As far as courses next semester, they're like not labeled. Is there a way to know which ones are going to be online yet?
I know it's been decided. I think I'm doing evolution in the spring, and I think I'm going to do that like I'm doing it here with labs meeting in person, but lectures virtual. I mean, I don't know how you feel, but I'm hearing that students in all virtual courses are having a real hard time keeping their heads in the game. Am I right?
I think part of that's just not having fall break, too. I think that was a big part of it.
Yeah, there is that. But it's also that people will sign on to lectures and then turn the camera off and go off and do something else. It's just hard to concentrate. Hard for the faculty to concentrate. Trust me, we're all adjusting to this brave new world and nobody likes it one freaking bit. But
I'd like to see in the email, like Houston, Houston was telling us how like it's going to be like there's going to be everything labeled a certain way. And I went to register and I was like,
off the top of my head, I can't remember. I think evolution is going to be online lectures, but that's what I asked for anyway. I think that's what they're giving me, in-person labs. This is the only time in the week when I feel like I'm still a teacher. I don't know, maybe it's the only time in the week when y'all still feel like students. I don't know. What's that?
This semester has been like nothing, feels like there's nothing new for a long time, and all of a sudden like everything pops up.
everything is new.
Yeah.
And like you have 4 tests and stuff like that.
definitely ready for this to be over.
After
Maybe Trump will find a vaccine in the next couple of days. Go ahead.
after you get the time for the chat and explanation for the two,
Mm-hmm.
when you want us to make that.
I would type it into the computer directly, but I'm using it to take that footage. So,
Make a chart for the one?
yeah, if you feel like it. I was about to, but if you go ahead and make 3 charts, one for saline, trypsin, and trypsin amylase. And like if your embryos died right dead, if they never emerged right, didn't emerge, you know, just give me a time. Yes.
My nerves is activated and I'm pretty sure it died. It's not
Okay.
moving. It's not moving for at least like 3 seconds.
Okay. Well, if it got out of the, did it get out of that? Because they're in this envelope, and then on the very inside of the envelope, there's a membrane.
Why? Whoa.
Came over.
Quite.
I just stopped. No, I say that. They're just not gonna make it. This is natural selection. It's fine.
Okay.
There's no hope.
They don't like
That's why we learned about evolution.
Okay. Okay, because my
I
signal
have to do a book report in there, so I've never read yet.
I mean, right now I thought
Evolution.
Okay.
I have a Dr. White.
I was careful about the safety
For what?
If you never emerge, right, it didn't emerge.
Certain smells. So
Yeah, okay, if they poked a big enough hole that a part of the body is sticking out, we'll go ahead and call that emergency. Okay. Yeah, you could probably call that emergency. I mean, if the claws are only sticking out of the membrane sac that surrounds it.
no, they just like they're trying to like poke a hole in it and then they're trying to
it was all
Okay, I see. Okay, that one's emerged. That one, over on the left-hand side, you can see the remains of the membrane that surrounded it.
That's not the other
So, better. Yeah, you've got the embryo. It's in this membrane sac, and then outside the membrane sac, you've got the outer and the inner envelopes. Yeah, but it's looking to me like you've got the remains of the envelope here, and then your little thing is sticking its claws out like that. I think it's going through the membrane and it's emergency. Got it. Imagine your little larva yelling. Please release me. Let me go. Okay, how are we doing here? Okay. You can still see, I'm going to fiddle with the lighting a little bit. If you fiddle with the focus, you can still see that there's some of the envelope left that's surrounding it, so this thing hasn't emerged yet. But it's certainly very active. Yeah, right there where I get just a little out of focus, you can see that some of the envelope is still present. But this thing is shredding through it from the inside. Yeah, this thing is doing its little Jigglypuff meets Freddy Krueger dance. Sorry, just fiddling with the lights a little bit. So he's still inside the outer envelope, but he or she are actually, I don't know what pronoun tapeworms use. As adults, they've got both gonads. See, he hasn't quite broken out of that outer envelope, but he's pushing, or she's pushing, or they're pushing. Okay, they're pushing. Yeah, you see when I have to take the focus off of it, but you can still see that outer envelope is still there. So it's cool that it's still in a transparent bubble. It's kind of social distancing. It's maintaining social distancing. This larval tapeworm is smarter than some people I could mention. There we go. Maybe. So the enzymes are weakening that envelope from the outside, or they should be. And the embryo is trying to push its way through from the inside. I feel like, thank you. What's that? Yeah. I'm starting to feel like David Attenborough. And here you see the larval tapeworm, known as a hexacanth, desperately trying to burst its way through its eggshell. It's getting a bit of a lift from the digestive enzymes inside the gut of a beetle. And he's trying very hard to push his way through, or possibly she, or actually they, because tapeworms, at least as adults, are hermaphroditic with both male and female organs. All right, you can see it's getting harder even to see that outermost envelope.
So, you have for the Gregorian project bugs and insects.
Uh-huh.
Do spiders count? They're not insects, but they're creepy crawlies. I say this because I dissected them, and then I realized that arachnids are not technically insects.
You're a grad student. You can just say that you've expanded the taxonomic scope of the project.
Okay. I was doing research trying to find scientific papers to see if Gregorians did infect spiders.
Do they?
From the little research I did, I couldn't really tell because I didn't want to go through an entire scientific paper. I didn't have time, but
Okay.
I was looking.
I mean, getting infected by Gregorines depends on swallowing spores, and since spiders liquefy their prey, I would think maybe they wouldn't be ingesting spores, but I could be wrong. I
I
mean,
was kind of wondering if they ate something that was infected with Gregorines. I wasn't sure.
we seem to be, the most common thing they seem to be in around here is crickets and grasshoppers,
Okay.
which are, scavengers. But, I mean, worth a look, Negative data is data. Data, data, data. Data, data, data. Oh, we're almost out. Yeah, that outermost layer is almost gone. Oh, here we go. He's pushing through. Maybe. Maybe. Come on. Come on. Come on. Push through. Push through. I feel like I'm watching election night coverage all over again. Push through. Oh, come on.
See you, Dr.
All right, take care. There we go. Okay, that thing is out. Took a while. Took long enough. But there, that thing has finally gotten free of the envelopes, which have faded. You can hardly even see them, probably because the enzyme has been eating away at them. But right there is our little hatchling, our little hexacanth or oncosphere larva, broken out and ready to go ripping through the guts of the beetle to form a nice little cysticercoid in the insect's body cavity. There he goes. Be free, little one. Be free. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording. We're at 24 minutes and 35 seconds since we started.